They pick up silencer. If the silencer is quick enough, blink as the tide blinks and he's silenced. Always annoying to play against him. And then we have Dazzle banned out. The kind of hero you would ban out if you're looking to gank quite a lot, I think. You don't want the Dazzle to TP in and Shallow Grave the person you're trying to gank. You can always it is quite a
10 seconds to go.
Really.
5 seconds.
So, Lineal looking for support, possibly carry, but most likely going to be a support. Comboed up with the Skywrath Mage, they can dish out a lot of damage. Venge having some
dropped
decent...
out like a kid in school. Dyer's pick.
I hope it doesn't say. Venge having decent physical damage, and as well as the control that Skywrath Mage himself kind of lacks. Can also swap out of Tide Ravage if someone gets caught, and then Viper picked up. Another tanky hero for Team Unknown. Viper, a very strong mid lane, although looking at this draft, it's probably going to be a one position farming Viper. You put the Brewmaster.
5 seconds.
Sorry.
Reserve
But
time.
the Brewmaster middle, and then you put the Viper in the safe lane. Or you're going to go aggro lane with the Viper. Viper plus anyone really. Viper being very strong, something to shut down the enemy carry. Excuse me. Enemy carry can be shut down doing that. But of course, aggro lanes are in and of themselves quite risky nowadays. The supports, they don't get enough farm really, and often your aggro solo, the carry that you're putting in the aggro lane can't actually survive on their own, which means that the supports, they have to stick around. They can't gank. They're very fixed in position. It just means that their mid hero is a lot freer to move around and play how he wants, knowing that your supports are tied up top. And then a Razor picked up.
Radiant's pick.
Another tanky hero is the second pick if you're looking for a tanky mid hero. Tanky anti-carry really. Both Viper and Razor anti-carries. Razor through the link. The link that actually goes through Panda Ultimate. It doesn't steal damage from the Pandas, but it will steal damage from the original Brewmaster, even through Split. So, it's pretty strong.
10 seconds to go.
Unstable Current actually at the moment will only work for Drunken Haze, which is also a very annoying ability, kind of picked up later. Gush and Viper Strike, all abilities that would start in the Earthshaker picked up.
Dyer's ban.
I actually saw a
Radiant's ban.
pro game recently. It was Viper, Earthshaker plus Venge, I think was the aggro lane they ran. Obviously Venge is not in play. Well, he is, but for the enemy team. That was a very quick Storm Spirit pick.
Radiant's pick.
My guess is it's going to be a Storm Spirit safe lane. I would rather see a Razor against a Brew and a Storm safe than a Storm against a Brew, which is kind of an even matchup. Storm does have a lot of close range damage, but he does need to get very close. And Brew also has close range damage, and he's a bit tankier. And obviously, Drunken Brawler is probably a better passive than Overload, at least early on. When brawling in the lane. And Crystal Maiden picked up by Team Unknown. Earthshaker, Viper, both suffering from a lot of mana sustaining problems. Brewmaster to a certain extent as well. These heroes can really benefit from the Crystal Maiden aura. So, we'll let the people pick their heroes, and we can get into the game. Looks like all of Set Sail for Fail have chosen their heroes. Just waiting for the two last ones from Team Unknown. Come on, you can do it. Just pick your heroes. I know no one wants to play the Crystal Maiden because she's slow as fuck, but someone has to. So, on the Dire, we have El Capitan, Lineal. He's going to be taking Skywrath. Falcon is
Places,
playing the
everyone.
Razor. Fishbot is going to be playing the Storm Spirit. Smack is the Vengeful Spirit, and N-Sphere is the Doom. And on the Radiant, Colonel Nils Olaf is the Earthshaker. Doggy Dog the Panda. Midget playing the Midget Crystal Maiden. Ruve is the Viper, and Turbo Zweit is the Tide Hunter. Now it looks like the Storm is actually going to go mid versus the Viper. That's going to be a bad matchup for the Storm. He's going to get shit wrecked. Unfortunately. Not a great matchup at all. Maybe they see this, maybe put the Razor against him. That would probably be for the better if they see it, if they predict.
30 seconds to showtime.
Tide Hunter laying down an Orbs Wall can see anything in this. Scroll out. This region. Oh, you can even see up
What's
there.
with all the scribbling?
But it'll just keep him aware of any ganks coming in by the Dire supports. Make sure that he knows where they are at all times. Whereas the Dire go for a very standard lane ward there. And one to block the camp quite far over. But ward up here, the typical
away
spots
we
are
go.
up here. That's not going to get it. Down here probably will, but and across here will. Yep. So off lane is going to be N-Sphere against the tri lane of Midget, Colonel Nils Olaf, and Doggy Dog. And then Lineal on the Skywrath, Venge, and Falcon is going to be coming up against the Tide Hunter. Now, both these lanes, Razor versus Tide, and Panda versus Doom, are both very easy matchups for the safe lane carry. So it'll free up the supports. Crystal Maiden, very strong jungler, has taken the Frostbite, the jungle ability first, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility to see her just abandon the lane really and leave Doggy Dog and the Colonel, the Earthshaker, to brawl it out against the Doom. Lineal looks like he traded some harass with dragging the creep wave, kind of gets clarity cancelled, and Smack just doing a bit of stacking and pulling. The Dire supports lack a bit of jungling themselves. Neither Skywrath nor Venge can particularly do well.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
And, it looks like Fishbot's actually getting quite a lot from this mid lane, more than I would expect really, which has surprised me. Maybe the Viper's not being as aggressive as he should be. That damage was a little bit unnecessary. Walking free damage on the Viper. It's careless mistakes like that that can cause you to lose the lane if necessary. The lane has been pulled back top. Falcon going under tower, and bot has also been pulled out. Both offlaners sent on their way. Tide, Tango Salve left, Doom, 4 Tangos, and a ring of regen left. So it looks like Doom's doing a little bit better for regen, and he's going to be taking a bounty rune bot, give himself a bit more XP. There's Fish, 100 gold off his bottle. Seems to be doing very well mid.
Denied.
A lot better than I would expect. Of course, the safe lane Panda is getting as much CS as he can really, and Razor's a little further behind, but he's not falling behind too far. We'll have to see after more than 2 minutes how it happens. Smack taking up the invis rune. They didn't see it. The Radiant have no vision around the ward, but they know the special rune was top, and they know Smack is missing because of this ward here. Perhaps they guess he's pulling, but perhaps not. Scarif 325 to Tide Hunter's 305 move speed, so he can technically. I believe what I was going to say. But yeah, that's the kind of harass I've seen. Fish tries to come in for a last hit. Fish, he's going to feed first blood, unless he can kill. It's going to come. Ooh. Lineal doing it top, just as Storm. Very close on Storm, but he got the kill. It was worth it in the end. He is out of mana bottle charges, so he's a little bit screwed, I think, if the Viper comes back. He's just got to survive until the rune. Maybe Smack is around here. Probably going to move down to at 4 minutes to contest the rune. Oh, Salve coming out for Fish. I'll expect him just to chill for 20 seconds and then take the rune. But Salve works as well. It also means that smoke up by the Radiant supports. And it's spotted up by Ensphere! Up on the cliff. Dodged a bullet there. What's he doing? Try and trade hits. Is he going to Scorch Earth? Yes, he's going to Scorch Earth. He's going to have to eat through the trees if he wants to live. Yeah, no, he's alright. It's a little bit greedy of him to just stand there, I think. But Fish, he salved up. He got the bounty rune, refilled his bottle. Good thing. He is a little bit ahead of the Viper in experience. And this is important. If the Viper hits 6 before the Storm does, then the Storm's in a whole heap of trouble. But as long as Storm has mana to zip away, he should be alright. Once the Viper hits 6. It is
Regeneration.
troubling for the Storm with the Viper Striker. 3 points in Crow's Skin. This is interesting. Usually you'll see that the people will max the Nether Toxin to just do as much damage as possible, really. Whereas this build is clearly designed to tank up something like that. The 3 cores, Tide, Panda Viper, are all very, very tanky. Earthshaker's a little bit tanky, but Crystal Maiden really isn't. So maybe they're looking to draw the focus away from the Crystal Maiden and get the now very strong Freezing Field ultimate off in the fight. Something like that could prove very powerful. Tide level 4, just past it. Doom level 3, just past it, so he's struggling a bit more. Doggy Dog, Phase Boots 36 last hits. Falcon falling behind, he's got treads, but he's missing 14 CS behind the brew, which is... Maths is hard. Some number of gold. He's 1200 gold at the moment. If we can switch to net worth, yeah. He's 500 gold behind the brew. Which is... He supports. Storm jumps in, and the Venge follows up with a stun. Only 1 point in Electric Vortex, but it was enough to for the Venge to close the distance. And 6 minutes. Fish is going to kill this range creep and then go top, I think, for the rune. That's what I'll expect him to do. Daniel, you going to guard it? Yes, you are.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Legit pulling the lane back, whilst Doom takes a fall. 0-1-0, 4 CS compared to the Tide's 11 CS 0-1-0 as well. If we look at the supports, Venge and Crystal Maiden both being the sacrificial lambs this game, and then Skywrath and Earthshaker a little bit further ahead, but not a huge amount. But now the Earthshaker, he wants this. Now this Viper is 0-2-0. He's running into a problem, which is if Viper doesn't snowball, like you would expect a Viper to do in a lane like Viper versus Storm, he struggles. Like, Viper needs to win the lane and then use that to snowball into the rest of the game to stay ahead. Viper you're not afraid of to fight is pretty useless. It's much the same with a lot of the tanky heroes, really. If they don't get ahead in the early game, then you're not scared. You can fight toe to toe with them. You can. They're basically useless then. If you're not afraid to just fight up. Sentry ward there. They spotted him out. They spotted the ward. Can they see it? I'm not sure. I don't think they can see the ward right away, but they can guess. I mean, they got 52 seconds to walk anywhere in this region to see it. I mean, Midget's going to spot it out now. No? 40 seconds, Midget? There we go. He sees it. They're dancing around the bot room, but Fish gets it in the end. Stacks on the Ancients. This is typically how Tide gets his mid lane. 4 points in Overload. But he's Viper ulted, and now he's got no mana. He's in trouble. Missed uphill, and Fish jumps to safety. Just enough mana. 70 HP he gets away with. Is he going to be greedy and go for the rune? Of course he is. Living dangerously. Yeah. Tide's got no stacks on his ancients. That's typically how you would see a Tide Hunter get his Blink Dagger money. Instead, he's got 1,000 gold, which is going to be Arcane Boots. Or not. It's not going to be Arcane Boots. Panda with his Blink jumps in. Ravage is used. Doesn't want to pop the ulti. If he doesn't have to, and he doesn't have to. Tide Hunter takes the last hit. Brewmaster with 3 damage. He's not going to kill anyone. Midget level 3. Earthshaker level 4. Skywrath level 4 and Smack level 4. So Radiant support's falling a little bit behind on the XP, but nothing major. I'm sure they can find it out. Smack looking toward the jungle again. Look for someone warding. Brewmaster jumps in with the blink again. Still doesn't use split. This time takes the Skywrath mage. So Smack has placed a sentry ward, but I don't know if you see. Okay, bot lane. Doom on roof. Gonna charge him down. Doesn't stop Corrosive Skin, but Doom's gonna take a fall. Roof is gonna take a fall. Venge takes the fall at the back. Endsphere falling low. Doggy doesn't have mana to split. He used it all on the clap, and our fish is just gonna chase him down. 3-for-1 trade in the end. Panda. Double red with the Mage, looking towards the Orchid. Very useful for picking off the Storm, the Skywrath, stopping the Brew ultimate, the Doom ultimate, even stopping the Venge swap. It's a very useful item to have against this team, I think.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Dire, even
Radiant's gone and fortified their structures.
Doom, got a Midas recipe. 3 TPs in. Power Rangers. Panda split goes out this time. Stun onto Falcon. Skywrath in the air. Razor takes a fall. Skywrath drops, and then drops all his HP. Fish is just farming the jungle. Easy peasy. And he gets out. 2-for-0 trade in exchange for the Brew ulti. Not a great trade. They stuck around a little bit too long, I think. And Brew actually using his ulti to great effect. And now it'll be the Radiant's turn to push the Dire tier 1 bot. Whereas Fish is attempting to split push.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower.
Put some pressure on the mid tier 1 for the Radiant. They're not going to care. They're going to take the bot tier 1.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
For the Dire
just couldn't save that bottom tower.
Tide, 2,200 gold. The tower, the 2 assists, the kill. Enough for him to get his Blink Dagger?
What's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Now Tide's got his Blink, Panda's got his Blink. Earthshaker doesn't, but he's never going to get one this early in the game.
Radiant's mid tower.
Perhaps now that Tide's got his Blink, they'll prioritize farming the Earthshaker a little bit more.
Them Dire buildings are tough as nails.
Where's the Dire? Doom's got a Midas recipe, doesn't even have a Midas yet.
The Dire
Lineal, boosts the speed in the magic wand. Storm doesn't have a whole lot.
Over here now.
Radiant's top tower is in bad shape.
Doom tries to get the Doom. Lineal gonna take a fall as well. 3-for-1. Fish pasted, half mana. He's not gonna defend that tower. And a tier 2 falls as well. Vulcan wasn't there. He's now pushing the Dire. He's now pushing top for the Dire. He's gonna take the tier 1.
Towers taking hits.
Pause. Get the net worth to it. Panda, well ahead. 5.7k gold, and this tower falls top. Not a great trade in the end.
Top tower for the Radiant.
I don't know if the Razor being there would have helped, really. I mean, Doom took so long to get his... Trying to get his Doom off, he was stopped multiple times from doing that. He's finally got a Midas, but it's not what he needs. He needs a Blink, he needs some tank. Fishbot, he's got one of the Orchids. Or Orchid Staffs, what they're called. Living Staffs. Panda could probably buy one as well. Razor. He's got the mech recipe headdress. He just needs the buckler. 800 gold. He's got 200. 600 gold for him. It will be half his mana pool to use the mech, but he'll have it. Whereas the safe lane Razor, he's got Treads Aquila. He's fallen quite far behind. He's 700 gold behind the Viper, which is basically the mech recipe. So it's not that effective right now, the difference, but illusion on the brew. He hasn't got a bottle. He's relying a lot on this arcane aura to keep him up, and Crystal Maiden doesn't have a whole lot of points in it. She doesn't have a lot of skill points to spend at all, really. Being only level 5. Earthshaker level 7. Venge is also level 5, so the 2 5th supports really struggling. In fact, they're 20 XP off, 20 gold off, and CM is also almost level 6. I don't know if she'll take the ultimate. She is not that tanky. She has got 8 armor with the Aquila around, but it's not always.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
It's not always prudent, shall we say, to stand around freezing field, especially with a storm that's going to be zipping around, laying static remnants for you to run it, for you to take to the face. Venge is just going to be dealing out Wave of Terror damage. Brew. Moving staff over the Medjay, he is going towards that Orchid. Watch this coming out of the courier. This is probably the mech. This is the mech. Scarth Mage picking up Arcane Boots, but still going to struggle. Razor going for the Oak Club instead, looking towards a BKB. Something to stop the Ravage, to stop the Panda Q from his Stone Spirit. And in fact, a lot of Earthshaker and Crystal Maiden's damage is also magical. So a good item. Though getting this early will mean that if the game does go later, he's going to have a 5-second BKB. Half its value gone, essentially. More than half. So I would say that 10 seconds worth of time is probably more than twice as valuable as just 5 seconds. Essentially, Ward getting rid of that obs there. Tide has got 3 stacks on those ancients, and got himself arcane boots, so a nice bit of gold there for him. Regen Rune spied out, guarding it for the Tide maybe after he takes those ancients. Although he's fine, like he's pretty tanky. Here comes Venge to see that she sees the room as well. She pings it out. Storm anywhere nearby? Yep, he's going to be going for that regen rune. This granite aura does a lot to tank up those creeps. He's going to take the regen, zip in, and he's gone. Whereas Razor, Brew splits to kill the Razor. It's alright. Brew ulti is fairly short cooldown. What is it? 100 seconds after it runs out. And that puts him very close to the Orchid. Once he gets that, Storm is in a whole heap of trouble. Particularly since he doesn't have an Orchid himself yet. No. I was just thinking that their
This'll come in handy.
net worths are quite close, despite the fact that Brew has his Orchid and Storm also has his Orchid. Very interesting.
Touché!
Regen Rune popped,
Whoa,
just trying to
what'd
keep
I
him
miss?
active a bit more, looking for an opportunity to jump in.
Zap!
Brew hasn't got his Orchid yet, it's still coming out on the courier.
Let the fun begin! Zip! Here I am!
Illusion.
Lots of heroes looking around mid, looking to get this action. Earthshaker doesn't have
Radiant's
anything.
mid-tower
Very,
coming
very
apart.
close. Panda doesn't have split
Dire's
for 30
top
seconds.
tower's getting
So
beat
this tower,
down.
unless
No breaking down the
Tide
radiant
is top.
structures like this.
so there's not going to be a Ravage to defend this tower.
The Dire
Here it
might
comes.
want to mine their top tower.
Ravage on 3. Echo Slam to follow. Both supports die instantly. Fish, round the back. 1000 mana, he's out. Razor stealing Tide's damage. Fish jumps at him. Groove is silenced. Midget tries to use his ulti. Successfully does so. Doggy Dog, wrecking face. 5 for 1 trade, killing the Tide Hunter in exchange for everyone. Venge's back up because he's only level 5. Aww.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Fight recap, let's see. Venge is dead, is back alive before the fight recap shows itself.
Dire's mid tower could use it. The Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
Smack Orchided doesn't get the clap off. Tier 1 tower falls, but it's not likely to go further than that. Blink Dagger now coming out for the Earthshaker on the Courier. 3k gold on the Viper. He can get whatever he wants. Probably gonna look up for some more tanking items, I think.
Right now.
Or Yasha, more damage. Why not?
Radiant structures must have been fortified.
Doggy looks very low. Not quite sure what he's about. Obviously, just wants to do some farming.
Yes, the Radiant
Tide denies the tower bot.
Tower.
Storm has his Orchid now. 1000 gold. Going to be looking most likely towards a BKB now. Is my guess. Smoke up on Lineal. That can be right. Panda picks up a Morbid Mass, most likely going for the Vlad, something that, yeah, just bonus damage, bonus armor, lots of good things, and of course, the Pandas themselves will lifesteal. Only really relevant to the Fire one that does any real right-click DPS, but Doom got himself a Blink Dagger now, got himself level 2 Doom now. Venge has nothing. Tide going towards a 4-staff. So still quite... He's not really that far ahead. It feels like he's much further ahead in items. Particularly since the... a similar net worth, but the Doom's got 2k gold. Like a full third of his net worth is tied up in a Midas, which is pretty fucking useless when it comes to stats. It's just, you know, extra gold gathering. And they smoke up going into the jungle. Are they gonna find? Yes, he blinks. He blinks into them. And he takes a fall. Killing spree from the Earthshaker going towards Fishbot. Got 2k gold on him now. Perhaps he's gonna look. They're gonna look towards taking a tower now that all the tier 1s have fallen. And by the time, well, by the time they get all the way like this, Earthshaker will be back up. So maybe not the best idea to push, but it has given them some breathing room. Razor can farm bot pretty easily now. And they're just going to take the jungle.
Zap.
And for the Radiant, what items are they looking for now? Doggy Dog with the Orchid hunting the Storm Spirit. It wasn't a what's it called? It wasn't a Vlad, it was a Helmet actually. Typically a better item.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Non-orb heroes outside.
Dire's top
Doesn't give
tower's
as much to the
gone.
team. But you can always be built into a Satanic later, whereas a Vlad's you're going to be looking to sell it.
Invisibility.
And this implies that Brewer's going to look towards more of a fighting build now, rather than aura stacking. So I would guess we would see some usual DPS items on him, maybe even an armlet. That would be interesting to pick up. Smack, stunning the Earthshaker, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it brings him back into the Razor, who links. Midget stuns him. Smack just backs up. Almost got a medallion. What was it, 200 gold for the recipe or 125? 325 even. Add them together. More stuff done on the type with 2.5k gold. Where is he producing this money from? I don't know. Doom's going for an Ags now. Storm. He is going to go for the BKB.
This'll come in
He's
handy.
1400 gold away from that. Still quite far, really, in the grand scheme of things, particularly with a Viper. He's got himself a Manta style now. That's not the item I would go with, but it's, you're a ranged agi. You're an agi hero that carries, so Manta is never a bad item. It's just perhaps sometimes there would be better items for you to get. Though perhaps he's looking to break out of the Ancient Seal, dodge the magic missile. Smoke. Smoke. Are they going to smoke? Roof is quite far out, so... Yep, there's smoke. If they look in the jungle now, there'd be 3 Radiant Heroes looking to be picked off. So here they go, Doggy Dog goes in first. Maybe they're just going to back up the Viper who's baiting, but it doesn't look like anyone wants to take the bait. Doom aggressively farming the jungle of the Radiant. Nope. Nope. What are they doing? I don't know. You're going to go into Rush? Nope. Just going to back up. Venge does pick up the medallion now, so Rush is a potential for the Dire, though. Ravage, Clap, Echo Slam, CM, Freezing Field. These are a lot of ultis that you don't want to be caught in the pit with. Pinging out the Titan to Bilineal. Sentry, check this side of the pit. It's a good idea. This kind of space here, or here, would be very good for the Radiant to have. Oh, Obs picked place there. They saw that as well, so CM got some sentries now. Looks that ward will not live long, I don't think. Tide taking the Ancients again. He's got 1500 gold, which is, let's see, 1625. So he's almost got his Oblivion staff, and then it's a bit 2k gold off his refresher, really. And the rate he's been farming, not that long to go, really. And the Storm Spirit has his BKB now finished, but the Razor also has it. Doom does not, and he's not going to get it anytime soon. He is 500 gold off the Ags, though. So in drawn-out fights, that'll help a lot more. Something like a Doom onto the Bruma to stop the split could come in very useful. Though the Viper may start to deal out enough damage that it doesn't really matter who you Doom, so you need to refresh Doom too. Another smoke up by the Dire. 2 arguing lines are drawn. They Doom on Panda after he blinks out.
Whoa, what I miss?
Echo Slam. Viper's damage stolen.
Dominating.
Tide Ravage not used yet.
I sleep.
And he falls without using it.
Double kill. Those people have family. Double kill.
Doggy Dog falling very low. And the lineal silence finishes him off. Oh. Traps him on the wrong side of the wall. The Viper though, he's got
That blood won't come off.
takes the final kill.
I best do something
3
about
for
that
5
bottom
trade in
tower.
the end. A lot of gold going towards the Viper and the
Dire's
Brew.
bottom tower's getting the business.
And now, can they push? That Shaker is very, very low. He's going to hit the tower and run the fuck away, I think. I know. Mech from the Viper wasn't
Dire's
used in the
mid
fight.
tower's having
If he's used that,
technical
maybe the Panda would have
difficulties.
lived. But, oh well, they won the fight anyway.
Dire's
It looks like
mid
this tower is going
could
to
use a
take at
little
least
help.
some significant amount of damage. Maybe it might not fall. Lineal is up in 10 seconds, as is the Razor.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Tower does fall in the
Hope
end.
the Dire weren't partial to that mid
Viper
tower.
with enough damage and 2.8k gold on him now. Choose another item for him to gain. I would guess he's going to go for a Butterfly. Something like that would be very useful against the Razor, against the Storm, against the Doom.
Mine.
All good stuff. Doom. 30 gold and he's got his axe if he wants it. Maybe he's no, not going to save reliable. That was without Tide Ravage as well. And 1500 gold, they're going to have 2 Tide Ravages to contend with. Let's check it. He went crit. Of course he did. What could possibly go wrong? Hyperstone up on the Brewmaster. Could be Mjolnir, could be AC. I would guess AC, and I was wrong about the Vlads, so you never know. Razor going for an axe of his own. No extra DPS coming out. It's just extra survivability and utility. I'm a little bit worried about the dire side where the damage is going to come from. Scarif has a lot, but he's only a support, and it's magic damage. Storm Spirit. He's had to build defensive items. Perhaps now he'll look to get a Hex or something. Something a bit more aggressive, give him some mana regen, give him some extra sustain in the fights. Doom, more utility, preventing the enemy team from dealing damage rather than dealing damage yourself. And it is a Eagle Song for the Viper. Roche is still up if they want to make a play for that. Just looks like they're gonna swing through the jungle.